Hi, welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. Giant bees, walruses, troglodytes, and demons? Oh my! Being a hardcore fan of monster-filled creature features, I have to admit that this is a personal favorite that dates back to my childhood years. I wasn't your typical kid because I had a strange fascination for monster movies while growing up. I don't know how to describe it, but I just could not get enough of them. When I was introduced to the classic Sinbad movies as a youngster, I pretty much wore them out. Of course, I started off with this particular film and then watched the other two movies afterwards. There's just something about this one that I consider to be the best out of the three Sinbad movies. Before we get any further, let's talk about the movie story real quick. On the night of his coronation, the evil stepmother, Queen Zenobia, uses her black magic to transfigure Prince Qasim into a baboon in order to have her own son crowned as Caliph. To pay a life debt to Princess Farah, Sinbad goes on a quest along with his crew in hopes to restore Prince Qasim back to his human state while fighting every obstacle Zenobia places in their path. What is there to say about this movie? I really love the exhilarating journey that Sinbad and his crew go through while fighting off terrifying looking creatures along the way. When I'm watching this beautiful movie, I am always enthralled by it from the beginning to the end. It's such a thrilling fantasy adventure that I can never get tired of. I don't mean to sidetrack here, but I want to talk about the appreciation I have for Ray Harryhausen and his contributions to film. Other than being a producer and a writer, he provides some of the best looking visual effects to bring otherworldly creatures to life using stop motion sculptures. The amount of passion and hard work that he puts into his sculptures are completely phenomenal. He's solely responsible for the creatures used in the three Sinbad movies, Jason and the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans, and many more. Easily said, Ray Harryhausen was a genius, and his work on this film was none other than incredible. The movie itself, well, let's just say that it's a journey that is not to be missed. As overlong as it may be with a runtime that is shy of 2 hours long, it's still a rewarding experience nevertheless. It simply moves at a nice pace and there are no dull and boring moments at all. Even though I do love this movie to death, I will admit that I do have some issues with it. For starters, Margaret Whiting's performance as the evil Queen Zenobia is too comical to take her character serious. I get that the Sinbad movies are technically B-grade movies where acting isn't the biggest selling point, but I just wish she could have put more effort into it. Also, we are subjected to questionable dialogue from a just alright script that's not overly impressive. Last but not least, the movie does unfortunately suffer from choppy editing and having a mundane soundtrack. Overall, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger is a riveting fantasy adventure flick that never fails to grab my interest even after repeated viewings. Sure, it may have its fair share of issues, but even so, I'm still compelled by this fantastic movie. I give this movie a B+. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep up with my real reviews.